Okay guys, one thing I also like to do, you will see it pretty often in the industry. What's up everybody, Anthony with granddaddyHerps back again with another video. Yes, today's video we actually got a clutch. So the last few years I've been running late seasons and this has kind of become the norm for me. So I did try to do a lot of locks and pairings kind of late December, but these females still decided that they wanted to kind of go later in the season. So we actually got a clutch from my Puma Female. And unfortunately, when I was trying to record me taking her off of the eggs, I forgot to hit the record button or something happened, but that footage is just not on my memory card. But I do have footage of the eggs still in the tub as I mark them, so you're gonna see that footage. But the female, again, was a Puma Female, and she locked several times to a Blackhead Yellow Belly. So real quick, I'm gonna show you the Blackhead Yellow Belly, I'm gonna show you the Puma, and then we're gonna get into me actually taking the eggs and putting them into a tub, kind of show you how I do it, and then I'll give you guys a look at my incubator setup so you can see how I do with that, with the incubation process as well. So sit back, relax, let's get right into this video. Alright guys, this is my second take on this male because he's just fired up right now. Normally he's one of my calmer snakes, but he's a Blackhead Yellow Belly. He wasn't sold to me as a red gene, but I have a very strong feeling that he's got the red gene. You'll see a lot of the red shining through here. Oh, there he goes, he wants to get fired up again. But you'll see a lot of those reds on his spine. So I got a real strong feeling that he's carrying the red gene. Real subtle, but red gene is really cool in some mutations, brings out a lot of color. So, okay, it looks like he's calming down a little bit. But yeah, Blackhead Yellow Belly, really strong example of the mutation. He's the father of the Blackhead Black Pastel Mojave Yellow Belly that just came out absolutely stunning. When I was originally in the market for this Blackhead Male, or a Blackhead Male, I really wanted it to stand out amongst the crowd, and I actually looked, I seen a few and just didn't pull the trigger until I saw him. He was my introduction into the Blackhead project, and so far he's still breeding. I got a couple females that may still go from him, but I also have several other Blackhead projects that I'm working that can still go this season. So I'm gonna put him away, he's not too happy, and then we'll get the Puma Female out. Okay guys, so here's the Puma Female. I had to darken up the lighting a little bit just so you can see her true colors coming through. But you can see she's empty. She laid about 5 days ago or so at the time of this recording. Just want to give her a couple more days, let her settle in a little bit more, then we'll see if she wants to eat. But absolutely beautiful female. Second time producing for me. She was a mouser for a while. Took me a few years to really get her going and get my first clutch out of her. But she's been a really awesome female ever since. As you can see, she's just all sucked up. Just laid her clutch. But if she was anything like the previous season, she'll get right back on food and she'll do it all over again. So there she is, Puma Female, which is an acts like super. Puma is a combination of a spark mixed with a yellow belly. So with the Blackhead containing yellow belly, we can make some more Pumas. We can make some Ivories, which is a super yellow belly. We can make some Blackhead Ivories, and we can make some Blackhead Pumas. We can't get any normals from the clutch, which is awesome. Everything will either have spark or it will have yellow belly. So I can also get a Blackhead Spark, I can get Blackhead Yellow Belly, but I can't get Blackhead by itself. So pretty neat. So there should be a lot of beautiful babies in there. But yeah guys, let's get on with the rest of the video. Okay guys, one thing I also like to do, you will see it pretty often in the industry, is we normally mark a line that'll indicate the top of the egg, and what that does is that helps you keep the eggs in the same orientation you found them in. And you want to do that because when the eggs are laid, there actually becomes a little air pocket that floats to the top, and you don't want to move that because you could potentially drown the embryo. So you want to always try to keep them in the same orientation you found them in. So just a little tip right there. And I'm gonna get these eggs pulled out and put in a tub, and we'll get you guys some footage of the tub. Okay guys, so this is my tub. Same style tubs I've been using for years now. So just a single little 6-quart Sterilite tub, and I always write the clutches down on them. I don't use any specialty cards. I also use a light diffuser that I cut that fits perfectly in here. Just in the tub so it's a little wet. And then this is the vermiculite I've been using the last few years. So got a little scooper here. And what's nice is you can buy this in bulk, so it's relatively cheap. Now as far as measurements and things of that nature, I just freehand it, man. I just freestyle it because I'm using a light diffuser. So sorry, my memory card was full. So as I was mentioning, because I use a light diffuser, it takes all of the guessing out. So I just put, you know, about an inch or so worth in there. You don't gotta go too crazy and add a ton. And I don't measure it. I just fill it up to where the water isn't rising above the vermiculite, and then I just set this right on top of it and leave it alone. But I'm gonna get some water in it. I'm gonna get the light diffuser on, I'm gonna put the eggs on it, and then I'll show you what I do after that. Okay guys, so I just added some water, and I wanna kinda show you where I mentally stop adding water. Once I turn the tub to the corner and I can start seeing water leak through, that's when I stop adding water. Because as you see, it's not flooding over the top, and I can turn it to each corner, and water is draining just enough to the corner, and that's it, and I'm done. And then normally, you know, what you'll do is you'll just mix it around. That way all of it gets covered, and you know, you don't even got to go too crazy with it at all. And then I stick this on top, and then I just kind of even it out, you know, smash it down. Just keep doing that until it kind of levels it all out. And then again, smash it down, and there, it's all level. So now it's ready for me to add the eggs. So let's get the eggs. So now that my egg box is all ready, I'm gonna take these eggs from over here and I'm gonna set them right inside there. All right, so our nice, beautiful 7 eggs. I feel some stuck bedding underneath here, so that won't be the end of the world if some of that gets on there, but I'm just gonna leave it alone. Some people can separate, but since they're all nice and stuck together and they're not really, the eggs aren't touching the walls of the tub, I'm not gonna remove them. I mean, you can configure it, you know, a little bit, but that's actually perfect. That's actually ideal. So she laid them actually really nice to where, again, they're not against the walls, they're not crazy on top of each other. I can set this lid on top and be done with it. And what I'd like to do, depending on what clutch it is, I'll write the number of the clutch on the eggs. I just do little things a little bit differently every now and again, but that's basically it. I'm also gonna put a layer of some I forget the name of it, but I'll go grab it and I'll show you it. All right, so a layer of press and seal. I don't know why I couldn't think of that name, but we're gonna get a layer of the press and seal, and we're gonna put that on top. That just helps keep the box a little bit more sealed. And then one thing I did forget to mention, as I do poke a tiny pinhole, one on each side of the box, that just allows just a tiny bit of pressure to be released out of the tub, but nothing too crazy where a ton of air is going to leak out. So just kind of get a little measurement of it, and then we'll get this ripped off here. This box over time is starting to show some wear. There we go. So we get this stuff here, kind of making a mess, but just get this on top, just kind of flatten it out. This stuff's pretty sticky at times, but I didn't start doing this until about 3 years ago, and I actually find that I think it's increased my success rate because I don't have a whole lot of kinking or anything of that nature. and I feel like it actually really helps keeping the humidity and the moisture. So just like that, it's nice and sealed. You put your box on top, and then what I like to do is I like to write on top what clutch it is, and I'm having a really late season, so this is clutch number 1, 2021. I have a super thick Sharpie. So it was a Puma Female. And then sometimes I like to do it like that. It's Puma, and then she was bred to a Blackhead YB. And then we've got 7 eggs, 0 slugs. Okay, and it was laid today on 5/1/2021. Perfect. And that's basically how I do it. So after this season, I'm probably gonna get brand new tubs because I've filled this one all the way up. But I'm just gonna throw this in the incubator. I've been having my incubator on for the last few weeks to have it ready. Normally I like to get 1 or 2 tubs prepped, but since it's the first clutch of the season, I'll be honest, I kind of slacked it on getting the tubs prepped, but it's all good. So while I'm here after this video, I'll probably get another 1 or 2 tubs prepped for future clutches, because I know I should have another one laying any day now. I actually thought she was gonna lay before this female. I thought this female wasn't due for a little while, but I guess I was wrong with the ovulation. But yeah, that's it. All right guys, now we're at my incubator, aka the life chamber as I call it. So I already put the tub in. Just want to kind of show you a little bit about my incubator setup if you're new. Shout out to Iron Dog Reptiles and O'Malley's Morphs there. They gave me a bunch of extra stickers, so I threw a few of them in there. But I've got a thermometer right up top here, and I have my thermostat set at I believe 91, which is nice because I get ranges between 88 and 90. As you can see, this is the low, sorry, this is the low, this is the high for the day. I think it does like 6-hour calculations. Alright, sorry guys, but the video cut out. My memory card's getting kind of full. I need to offload some information, but where we left off is we were talking about the temps, 88 and 90 on the bottom as well. So how I have it set up is I've got a bottom fan there, I've got a top fan up there that are also connected to the thermostat, along with the flex watt on both sides, and I get perfect temperatures. And 3 years in a row I haven't lost a single egg with this setup. This is a pretty low pressure fan, and I have the air blowing against the glass downwards and then down below upwards, and that's how I get a range of temperatures. With incubators, it's all about what works for you. You might not need a fan. My old incubator didn't have any fans and it worked just fine. And then after a while, once I started really filling it up with clutches every year, then I installed fans. I had one that was up at the top pointing down and on the bottom corner pointing up. So whatever works for you, whatever's gonna keep the temperatures balanced. Because this is a tall incubator, the fans, they actually help me keep the temperatures controlled. Otherwise, I would get nothing but hot spots up top and much cooler temps down below. As of the recording of this video, I believe it's the 5th, so we've already got 5 days of incubation in here. So my rule of thumb in my head is if they make it a week, they're gonna make it full term. And look at these eggs already. So they've got nice and hard, and they're just plump and pearly white. That's what you want to see when you've got eggs, man. You don't want to see a lot of molding and lack of calcium around the eggs, but it's not the end of the world if you get any of that stuff. They're still good eggs. They can still hatch. But yeah, that is it. That's how we do it with my eggs when I get them. Alright guys, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you can, please check the links in the description follow me on my Instagram, my Facebook, if you want to see more kind of behind the scenes stuff. Also, I do have a Patreon that I started posting again a little bit more regularly. So if you guys want to support me on Patreon, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, I've got some t-shirts left, so you're going to see those in the description as well. So this is my old design, but the new design was in the previous video, so you're going to want to check that out. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.